Explaining somatic sexuality work is often like explaining electricity to somebody in the Middle Ages. You kind of say something, and the person says, seems like sorcery to me. Guards, seize him. So the modern day difficulty that we've got is that when we think of um, sexual issues, what we'll tend to do is to think of it either in terms of sexual services or in terms of fixing a problem. So one of the reasons why I don't call myself a tantric practitioner, for instance, although I am, is that um, the terms tantra and particularly tantric massage is often misused to just mean a kind of cursory erotic massage with a happy ending, usually purchased by men from attractive younger women. Um, and practitioners will struggle with what to call themselves. So I used to call myself a sex coach until I realized that what people thought that meant was that I would help them be better at sex. I would improve their performance. I think like the Pavarotti of sex. And that performance idea is actually the last thing that I want to encourage. And so there's all these complications. And one of the reasons why I called myself a somatic sex therapist is that, firstly, I didn't think that people would misunderstand me as being a provider of sexual services. I wouldn't get pestered by men at 11 o'clock at night saying, oh, my truck's nearby, what about it? But the problem with calling myself a somatic sex therapist is that the onus really is on problems. So you have a problem that you wish to resolve, and so you come and see somebody like me. But I don't think that's the best way to look at it. Obviously, there's an issue. Otherwise, if you were completely happy, then you wouldn't consider seeing me or a practitioner like me. But I think it's helpful to look at an analogy. So, for instance, in my other job as a meditation teacher, people tend to come to meditation because they have something that they're not entirely happy with their life. They feel their life lacks purpose, or they feel their mind's too busy, or something like that. So that's what brings them to meditation. But once they start meditating, what they realize is that it's opened a whole door to a new and different and better way of being. And I think it's helpful to think of my work as being something similar. So there's a kind of issue that you have, but alongside that, and this is very, very important, there's a longing that your soul has to manifest what's there and what's always been there in your nature, not some general idea of what your sexuality should be like, but you. So my favorite kind of clients aren't people that come with a specific issue and want to resolve that and then go. My clients are people who want to go on a journey. So something is motivating the start of that journey. But once we're on that journey together, it's like a miracle. It is like seeing facets of your life which you always at some level knew were there, but you never realized. So it's a step into something which is blossoming. That's really what I'm about.